it, so a round of applause for the gender bending lady. Woo! Nocturnal Naomi's coming up next. Are you ready? Yeah, why not? Let's go. And special mention, although these two guys are awesome and have been pushing the convention and are both official ambassadors, they have their special discount codes and they've been going around and spreading the word all around the world, online and offline. Special mention must be made for this next guy. He makes all his costumes from scratch. He's developed various patterns and various character traits and will stay in character while on the streets. He got crammed into my tiny little car with his pals, changing in public bathrooms and stuff to get all his kit on, and out they went onto the streets of York, the streets of Sheffield, reaching on thousands and thousands of people. His name's Daniel Vasey, and he won last year's cosplay competition for having a completely homemade suit. He's here today with his fire team. His fire team don't really talk much, but they're going to just show off a few more of his suits. So I would like a huge, fantastic cheer for the wonderful, the incredible, and the actually quite shy, so be nice, Daniel Vasey and his fire team. If you'll be kind enough to flank him, gentlemen. Okay, so here we are. This is the cosplay All-Stars panel. You guys are going to have some questions, I'm sure. There's lots and lots of cosplayers here, so you're going to want to know how Dan does stuff. Also, you'll know Lisa Bosman as having an encyclopedic list of different cosplays she does. Just go and hunt her down. Naomi's exactly the same as well. She's old hat at this. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's run various Q&As, various conventions. And so I'm going to hand over to Naomi in a second. But I just wanted to say, from the bottom of my heart, without you guys, Fantasticon would be a lot less colourful and a lot less awesome. So, thank you! Take it away.
Oh, wait, there we go. Hello everyone, it's nice to see so many faces in the crowd. This Q&A, I can see quite a few cosplays in the crowd. Some have got, simple costumes, some are very elaborate. I can see Iron Man over there and his LEDs and stuff. About 2 years ago, I started costuming myself. I wasn't big into it, and I bought this costume. It was just basically all fabric and stuff. And I went to my first convention in Scarborough. And I had a lot of fun. I met a lot of great people, and I hosted the first cosplay convention, first cosplay costume awards, and that was really fun for me. I was asked by the guy who runs it, if I could do it because I was local, I knew the people, I knew the costumers. I have my own kind of group in Scarborough Cosplay Group. I know Hull also has one, Hull Cosplay Group. And I met a lot of people through cosplay, and it's been a great thing for me. I've had so much fun. I'm more of the makeup and effects person though. I'm not that great at sewing, I'll freely admit that. I'm absolute rubbish at a sewing machine, and I've nearly tried to sew my own hand onto a costume before, which wasn't very pleasant. But really, person for sewing really is Lisa here. She's very talented, so tell us what you do.
Hi, my name is Lisa Bosman. I've done a gender read, and this is mostly an augmented costume, the one where you buy stuff and you put stuff together. The only thing that really got made was pretty much just like blue tail coat, really, kind of stuff. So I basically have handmade clothes before, so I think I've done cosplaying back in the original Recon in Hull in Waterstones. It's like, you know what I mean.
Many years ago.
Yeah. Very small, very, Waterstones, on your pocket dress up for the first time. That was back in around 2007 when I was doing my final year of secondary school. So yes, I can feel old. I think that was 6 years ago, but now. But anyway, there's like, yeah, I have done sewing machines such as the things that Naomi said she's really good at effects. I'm going to do this. I'm going to sewing machine. I can't do makeup. When I first did makeup to do Satan and Last Fantastica, and I had to ask Naomi to do it, I had no clue what to do. And she's being a professional about it, not the eyeliner, thinking mine looks like a mess. It just looks like a kind of goes around and like fell everywhere. But yeah, like I said, I had a lot of fun with different conventions. I've been to London NCN, I've been to Manchester. I've yet to go to the Scotland one actually, when I think about it.
Yeah. Basically, well, I'd like to say, if there's any budding cosplayers out there, hands up, you know, if you do cosplay regularly or if you want to get into it. Go on,
Don't be shy, it's always embarrassing to be shy. Okay, we might be embarrassing, but still.
Yeah, I know, I'm not very nice to look at. I know, with cosplay, it's a great community to get yourself into. Dan, here, Cosplay as well, it's a chat.
I feel so sorry for Dan, he's stuck in a helmet, isn't so hard.
Right, Dan, come on, take the helmet off.
Still got the helmet on. Right, this book is... Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Daniel Macy. I was planning to stay in character today, but I literally found out 5 minutes ago that I was doing this panel, so just for the benefits of knowing that I am actually a real person, I'm going to take it off. Cosplay for me, when I started, I literally made my first weapon made from using a milk bottle and some other bottles, and I pretty much got the little tea thing where you squirt tea out of it, and I thought, oh, this looks like a gun. And this is like about 2 years ago. People thought, oh yeah, this guy's is entertaining, you know, he's also keep making stuff. But for me, it's the cosplays around the creativity and the magic behind doing something that you're passionate about. And you know what, no matter what people say, you've got to be able to do what you love, because if you're in a cage and you're not allowed to express yourself, then you're not living life. So that's literally 2 years ago, and generally built up, and then I have my baby with me, and have this costume here. So well, these guys here behind me as well. This is, I don't think they're going to take their helmets off, they're also quite shy. This is Matt and Jonathan. Eventually met people like these, and it really just got me into cosplay. And I have to admit, it's not just about the individuals, but the community as a whole. Without all of you and supporting each other, we would not be what we are today. So I'd just like to say thanks to everyone just for the positive attitudes and basically coming here today and just supporting one another. It's good.
The great thing about the cosplay community is, you know, when there is somebody who is negative, nobody tolerates it. Because we don't tolerate cosplay negativity. If someone comes up to you at convention and says, oh, you know, your costume's rubbish, or, you know, if someone genuinely lets you down about your costume, you know, if you want to take it online and say, you know, I feel really bad about what someone said, people will give you positive influence. You know, they'll encourage you and inspire you. That's what's kept me going, really, because starting a little bit now. Not that long ago, I got a little bit of bullying online. I've got an Instagram account and I'm quite well known on it. I had a few nasty comments online and I was really upset about it. I was just like, that's it. You know, I don't want to go through the rest of the day. I just want to sleep it off. And I woke up the next morning and all of a sudden, like, people just flooded in and said, you know, stop saying this, you know, this costume looks wonderful, you know, you've done amazing. People give you really good inspiration. That's the good thing about the cosplay community, is people support each other. No matter if your costume is, I don't know, just a few layers of clothes, or if you've done something wonderful and made armour out of Warbler or foam, or done something amazing like Daniel's costume here. It all looks great, and, you know, you can just make anything out of everything, basically. I've seen people make costumes out of cardboard. I've seen people make costumes out of, like, milk bottles, like you just said. It is quite fantastic, and it's really amazing to go to these conventions and see people coming in different costumes. Because you might see some people that come like maybe two Harley Quinns, or you'll see someone come as like Iron Man, and you see another Iron Man. But it doesn't matter because everyone's made it in their own special way, and that's what makes it great.
As she mentioned, though, is that I do realise that cosplaying to some people can be considered embarrassing because you're in bright colours, or you're in something as big as like Daniel's armour, or you're in something that a lot of people know like Assassin's Creed, or you just be in a general event who just has a hat that falls everywhere. But it's important though is that a lot of people feel like you can't create your own, like there's some characters that aren't really known, and then there's characters that everyone knows like Harley Quinn, Deadpool and all that. And it's easy to like them when you feel like you made all this effort, people are going to go for the popular one so yours doesn't matter. Well, that's not true though. Sometimes it takes a lot of effort, sometimes people don't realise that the more effort you put into it, the more you love your costume. And if you can't dress them, if you can't make things, don't worry about it. There's no shame in buying it. There's no shame in someone helping you. There's no reason why you cannot be yourself and be the characters you love, even if it's something like really obscure or really old anime like this and no style. You do whatever you want, and you enjoy what you want, and you really shouldn't let anyone put you down. And it's really, really sad that people try to do that, and they try to bring it to something that we haven't been able to do until about, well, not only a decade ago, it became a big, massive thing it is today.
It is quite, I'd like to say one thing to somebody, who wants to get into cosplaying is be yourself. Honestly, don't try and mingle in with the crowd. If you want to take one spin on a character, if you want to do a steampunk version of that character, do it. If you want to, I don't know, do a really sexy version of a character, then do it. Honestly, I mean, some people, it's very, very, very rare that you find anybody that will judge you for your costume. But remember that just be yourself, and it's your idea, it's your passion to cosplay. Whatever drives you keeps you going, and there's plenty of people out there to support you. I mean, if you want any tips or advice, just come ask any of us three, or if you see anybody in the crowd over there, just go ask them, say, how did you make this? Is there any tips that you can give me? Because everyone, I'm pretty sure that nobody's going to turn you away and say, no, I don't want to tell you, I'm going to keep all these secrets to myself. I doubt anyone's going to do that. So honestly, go ask questions to people, go get inspired, go to these kind of conventions, because it's great seeing, like I said, so many people dressed up and seeing so many people getting so, I don't know, I'm trying to find a word for it now.
Actually, take a minute to say there was the amount of people that have gone through a lot of trouble, a lot of effort to do their costumes today. Anyone who's put together, it doesn't matter if it's last minute or not, you've all looked really great and you've all done a wonderful job with your costumes. So everyone please give a round of applause to everyone who has worked so hard.
Agree more, guys. Thank you very much indeed. Right, let's just jump to the floor for a second. There's bound to be some questions, so let's have them. Arms in the air, please.
Don't be afraid, guys. Just ask. Don't hesitate.
Come on, guys, I'm really
Yes.
Alright, what's your favourite materials to use?
I would say loads of people, many good cosplayers here today have said the same thing. Lots of us like to use a foam, which is surprising to loads of people because you just see foam mats, what can you turn that into? But it's a nice cheap material you can get at DIY stores. It's nice and flexible. What do you use for your costume, Naomi?
Well, this plate here, this is actually made out of clay, air dry clay. What I did was I just tried and found a picture of it online, and then I just built it up 3D wise. I just built the base layer, as you can see at the back, and then just built it on piece by piece. With the shoulder plate, camping mat. Honestly, camping mats are just great things to use. I just buy loads of camping mats and just cut them up and just make various bits out of them. Lisa?
Well, that really depends on what you want to go for, because some costumes like spandex can only spandex, and spandex can be annoying to work with because it stretches so much to try doing a machine, and sometimes it goes everywhere and it gets irritating, it gets locked up, and then you're like, I have to do this again. But my favourite type is usually cotton, something basic and simple that's good quality. I'll actually show you an example. This is made complete cotton. And then this is like really easy to use. You don't have to worry about frays and such. Like fraying is like one of the easiest things that can happen because a lot of people don't realise you do have to hem your clothing, otherwise it's just going to fall apart by the seams.
But even so, other things that you won't expect, like, you know, have some kind of something you're quick to judge about, like say if someone thinks, oh, let's make something out of cardboard. Some people might think, well, isn't that kind of just something that children use to make when they were young? But when you look at something, don't look at it with a certain kind of name, just look at it visually, and that's when the creativity will come in. It's what you make of it. It's not what the name it has, it's what you can come up with, basically.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more.
In all fairness, there was this amazing actress prominence in for years back who made his thing out of cardboard. And a lot of people thought he made it like crap film. I was like, no, it's cardboard, like really good, yep.
Check it out online, you'll find some incredibly impressive cardboard transformers. You've seen these guys that transform.
Yeah,
They look incredible, actually.
I'd suggest looking at the RPF forum. Really, really good forum. You can find like paprika files. Basically, it's like how would you say it?
Like plans, like sketches, schematics.
Schematics, kind of, yeah. But like basically, you cut them out and you just stick them all together. And then what you do is you put a layer of resin over it, so it like hardens it, sticks it all together. And then, like, I don't know, you can add little bits to it, but it's great, great stuff. Honestly, look into buying paprika or warbler, or if you want to just start simple, just start with crafter. Sorry. There's loads of great materials for you to use out there.
Saying so is that there's a lot of sites and such that can help you. There's like For the Fifth, it's a very good pet farm site which can help you with armor and such. If you want to start doing things fabric-wise, you can look up basic dress patterns in boys and such, and you can put together and adapt your patterns. They do give you a basic guideline on what goes where, so you don't end up like to front.
I'd imagine second-hand stores for things like layered clothing, layered looks. I'd imagine they're quite a good resource as well, the cheap fabrics.
There are times where you think if it's easier to do that, do it. And sometimes you can build your skill level depending on how much you do it. There are going to be times you're going to do something and go, oh, that's terrible. And then you do it again, you're like, yeah, it actually worked. And it's just like...
The whole thing's an evolution, but essentially it's a passion that drives you. It's a passion. I've no doubt you'll look back at some of your first cosplays and you all can do.
Yeah. Especially since one of them was a transparent dress, as it turns out.
As it turns out, right, fancy.
I looked at my very, very first cosplay, and it's an Italian comic book that turned into an American TV series called Witch, and it's like these fairies, well, kind of fairies, but they have like elemental powers. And I looked at it, and I actually sewed it myself, and it was all like coming apart the seams, and I was like, oh.
Feel very proud of it. Nice memories, huh?
I look, at myself now, and I just think, wow, what an improvement. You do actually build up on the skill, which is great.
Well, it's like I said before, hemming works wonders. A lot of people wonder why it's falling apart, and you're like, you need a hemmer.
Yeah, that was my mistake. I thought I might ask, is there anybody that is looking at the makeup side of things? Anybody that wants to do like God of War paint, or I've done a God of War. Like it was last minute. I used it with really cheap like paint brushes and stuff and paints. But I'm just wondering if there's anybody out there that's wanting to go in that general cosplay direction.
Well, there must be one person here. Don't be afraid, we're all a community, this is what it's about, There's going to be one or two people that are going to have something unique, and don't be afraid about it. Like, it makes you special, If you do something that no one else does, take pride in it. There we go. Woo!
Here's a question.
I do really like the makeups and stuff, but I have such sensitive skin, I react to everything. Do you recommend ones that are safe to use on sensitive skin?
I do have a reaction to like
Everything. Foundation, blushes, eyeshadow, eyeliner, lipstick.
have a look online. There is actually some great stuff online. I know somebody who's got like sensitive skin themselves and get like rashes from just using Poundland like makeup. Simply
I
just
can't
like
even
that.
use Dove, that's apparently neutral. I react to it.
There is some great it's like a soft sensitive skin. It actually helps with the condition. So basically, it doesn't like irritate or anything like that. Have a look on. I think the last place I looked on was. Can't remember what its costumes are. I will find it for you after the panel. I will find it for you because I know I've seen it somewhere. But it's great stuff, and you can use it for everyday makeup, or you can use it for special effects. It's really, really like fine stuff for you to use, and you can create some great stuff just by using simple, you know. I'm trying to think of the word now. The stuff that you put on your eyes.
So blushes.
Yeah.
Eyeshadow.
Eyeshadow, there we go. I didn't know why I couldn't think of it. You can create some great stuff just by using eyeshadow. I mean, if you just get some brushes or some eyeliner and just blend it all together, you can create some amazing stuff. I mean, there's a lot of people online that have inspired me just by watching little YouTube videos or just by seeing a picture and it's like, wow, I want to create that. I'm going to get on my makeup.
I think it's important as well to take proper dermatological advice. You know, rather than just, I'll give this a go. Yeah, I mean, I saw a professional cosplayer who was doing, what's it called now, the rock? Not the rock. The guy made of rocks. The thing, thank you. That thing, you know, who's that guy? The thing. And he suffered from terrible sensitivity and had sort of awful lifelong acne problems. So he went to his doctor and obviously over the years they'd found a suitable treatment for him. Just treating his skin, not for anything else. So he'd do that and then spray his whole face over with latex. So that would carefully paint. So it's, as long as you're not going to have it on for 24, 48 hours, that might be a route to go as well, to sort of literally seal your face on. But yeah, cool, good question.
I would like to make actually a special mention to one of the crowds, Paul. Paul over there is a great cosplayer, cosplayer should I say.
I mean, look at that chest.
I know, he looks absolutely fabulous. I mean, I do a lot of cosplay myself. This assassin suit is generally a male character, and I sometimes go to conventions with a beard. I look pretty cool with a beard. I must say so myself. Paul looks absolutely fabulous as a woman, and you know, he's got so much confidence to go out yesterday dressed up as Wonder Woman. So I would like to give him a round of applause. Well done.
Paul Tagaska, ladies and
You
gentlemen.
are the man, or the woman, should I say?
You are the one on. And Paul also, with this wonderful rig he has here, takes some of the smoothest professional GoPro panning shots around conventions you have ever seen.
Yeah.
So yes, if you want to see Paul for some footage afterwards, I'm sure he'll do it for a few £1,000. Is that right, Paul?
Right, any more questions? Okay, maybe.
Question?
If you had,
She's robotic at the moment.
Cosplay is
Oh, we got Mike. Sorry.
this one's just super fun. If you had unlimited resources and money, what cosplay would you do?
What?
I mean, it's loads. You could just have a massive list, like rolling off the table of what I would do.
I have an answer.
Oh, okay.
That.
I would cosplay.
I think that.
Animal
Unlimited resources, unlimited time.
You know
I
what you
think
do?
that. I don't think you can
You
improve
can do
that.
the Hulkbuster from the Avengers film.
Someone's done the
yes,
Hulkbuster made out of cardboard. That takes some skill. I've seen it and it looks absolutely epic. I was just like, how? Wait, I'm not going to even ask.
This is one. Which one was this? The one where they have they caught it on the news and it had to go through the crowds at one of the really big conventions, wasn't it? Was that a different one?
I don't know.
It was one I saw. The same one, but it had its light shining out with laser pointers and sounds and everything. So I know it's like one or two at least being built, and someone spent like God knows, like 1,000 hours on his old buses suit.
Actually,
1,600 pounds.
1,600. There we go.
I was saying to myself, if you actually look in Japan, there's a series that's actually known here called Monster Hunter. In Japan, they adore the series and they have massive parades and such. And there's a group of cosplayers in Japan who literally make all the ginormous dragons, monsters, armor, swords, and they have parades and they go around and it's so detailed with so much time and it's amazing what they can do and you can actually learn a lot and they gladly will help you. They do take huge pride and they will gladly parade it around the cities and they will have giant parades. So maybe one day we'll get big enough to do that.
Yeah, I think I'll get in touch with him for next year.
Yeah, Iron Man, I want to see a Hulkbuster next year.
Oh, make sure it's working, you know, we want the full lot.
Yeah, we want the full
See you
lot.
flying around, yeah?
You finish the TARDIS, everything, all the other costumes look fine. Next project, right?
Yeah.
I was going to say, next time Captain America, maybe we could see Captain Falcon since he's going to be part of the Avengers team now.
Oh, no way. Spoilers.
A lot of people know what it is by now.
So, Kelly, you wanted a question, didn't you? Yes.
What's your worst cosplay-related injury?
Oh, that's a good question.
We've all got one.
Well, I know with my first cosplay I went paintballing in it, and they wouldn't let me use my helmet that I made, health and safety. So basically, we had unlimited lives, and you had to literally use all your ammo. That's what we did it for. Basically, this was all that was covered. My massive forehead was just painted with a tiger on top in the back of my head. So I just came home, just took the helmet off, just like bruises on top of my forehead saying, yeah, this is where I got shot.
And paintball stings. I mean, Nerf weaponry can sting if you're lucky enough to be on the other end of a radar shot, for example. Antonia, radars? Watch out for these guys in the 10%.
In all fairness, there's a reason why you get given vices. I got shot in the eye with a Nerf gun, it really hurts.
I went out drinking in this question, and well, it was quite funny. We went out for a few drinks, and I got pretty blathered in this. Decided to go out in the middle of the street, and I tumbled down a few flights of stairs and managed to very nearly put my eye with this. I will show you this in working. Yeah, very nearly, just skinned my eye. And bear in mind, this is just plastic. Don't worry, it's not real. But
Otherwise known as LARP, safe.
it's supposed to be safe. But yeah, it wasn't very nice, and I did wake up the next morning with a big scratch down here, and I was like, what on earth happened last night? What's happened now?
Although, to be fair, there are plenty of people with one eye having lost one with injury who would love to wake up with that scratch.
Yeah,
right?
true.
So,
True.
do we have any more questions from the crowd? Okay, cool. Well,
I do have one last thing to
Okay,
say,
go ahead.
just before we finish. I am selling some cosplay prints at the end of this panel. They are going for £4 each. I know it sounds a little bit pricey, you're probably going, but all the profits go towards Mind, which is a charity that helps mental depression.
that's 100% the profits, guys. So
Oh,
let's a big round of
100%.
applause for Naomi. Thank you.
If you want to check any of us on Facebook, I go under the name Nocturnal Naomi. I have an Instagram, I have a Twitter. Daniel, you have...
Oh yeah, we have loads of pages, but because we're a team now, we just look us up under Fire Team Time, one word. We'll be happy to answer stuff on there as well if anyone's got any other questions. And on top of that, I know some of you may be shy to put your hands up and talk now, so after we're finished with this, if you want to come and talk to us individually, then by knowing, just come and talk to us. We're not going to buy anything, don't worry.
I may have a baby that might go right at you, but that's about it. And Lisa, well, I know you don't have a cosplay page, but I mean, she has a normal general Facebook profile.
Yeah, I'm not anything like these two. I'm literally just someone who cosplayed for 6 years, handmade stuff, came to Last Fantasticon, and then, well, there was different prices. Like, I won the augmented one, then you won the main one, and overall, yeah, you won a lot of them too, yeah.
Oh, that's about no, it's because I went off for a photo shoot and I came back and I was like, oh, I missed it. I was supposed to be judging this too. Oh, okay.
In all fairness, I was like, yeah, I don't have like Instagram and all that stuff, but I'm just literally like an everyday person. If you want to talk to if you feel like you don't like someone's like, oh, really big or get the advice, you can talk to normal persons as well, or any of them, it's fine. But really, though, I'm just someone who offered to help out, and then I got dragged on a panel. Yeah, and then I got dragged onto a panel, and it says, oh, you don't know this, and now you get to like be an active book reading, and I'm like, okay, I think I've bit enough modelling to you.
I'm cool with this though. I'm cool.
And yet they've done so well, haven't they? Guys.
I want to say a big thank you to Dan, obviously. Thank you for having me here, us here. You're a great dude.
Shucks, you
Dude.
guys.
And, it's been great being an ambassador. I've raised so much awareness about this convention, and you know, last year was amazing, this year's been amazing, even though I've only been here today, but I've enjoyed it 100%, so thank you.
You are more than welcome. Hey, wait till next year now. Wait till next year, we're going to knock it out of the park. Well, thank you very much, and let's have a huge cheer and a huge round of applause for our wonderful cosplay ambassador.
Okay guys, now there's a rule. Now you have to definitely do all the Nerf one. You have to do well and you have to beat the team. The opposing team.
Your aim is to shoot the Spartans.
Yes, the Spartans will be joining the Nerf war at some point, so just so you're all aware.
Unfortunately, you can't shoot an assassin. I'm not here for this, because I'm off home.
Oh, no, he's bringing out
Next
But you can shoot that assassin over there, just in black.
Although I will tell you that there's a secret person going around in a foxhound shirt. He's really good at shooting Nerf guns. He's kind of hiding over there in the audience. You might want to watch out for him. He's kind of fast.
Good looking fella, 4th row, next to the lampgate. Alright guys, well look, thank you very much indeed, and yeah, cheers. Let's rock this party, and onwards to the fantastic award ceremony. See you later.